More the knowledge, lesser the ego; lesser the knowledge, more the ego. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's observation speaks to the inverse relationship between knowledge and ego. As one's understanding deepens, humility grows, recognizing the vastness of the unknown tempers arrogance. Limited knowledge, however, often inflates ego; a lack of awareness breeds overconfidence. This insight teaches us the value of intellectual humility. True wisdom entails acknowledging our limitations, fostering a continuous quest for learning. The lesson is clear: embrace lifelong learning and remain humble, for our understanding of the world is never complete, and there is always more to discover. A perfection of means and confusion of aims seems to be our main problem. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's quote identifies a critical dichotomy in modern endeavors: the refinement and efficiency in how we do things, a perfection of means, have outpaced the clarity and purposefulness of why we do them, confusion of aims. This reflects a society that often prioritizes technological advancement and procedural mastery over a coherent understanding of ultimate objectives. Einstein's insight warns against the dangers of valuing the tools and methods over the goals they are meant to achieve. The underlying lesson is the necessity for introspection and direction, a call to align our sophisticated capabilities with meaningful and well-considered intentions. The value of a college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's statement underscores the distinction between rote memorization and the development of critical thinking skills. A college education's true value lies not in the mere accumulation of information, but in cultivating the ability to analyze, question, synthesize, and apply knowledge creatively and effectively. This educational philosophy emphasizes active engagement with ideas rather than passive reception. Einstein suggests that the essence of higher learning is to train the mind to navigate complexity, to reason independently, and to approach problems with innovative solutions. The insight we draw from this is that educational systems should prioritize fostering intellectual curiosity and analytical skills over the regurgitation of facts. In conclusion, the measure of a college education is its success in equipping individuals with a nimble and discerning mind, prepared not just to face the world as it is, but to envision and shape the world as it could be. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's analogy casts technology as a tool with the potential for both constructive and destructive outcomes, depending on the wielder's intentions. The pathological criminal represents entities that harness technology heedlessly or malevolently, without ethical considerations. Einstein's observation challenges the naive assumption that technological advancement is inherently positive. His warning is prescient in a world where technology amplifies both human capabilities and follies, where its applications have far-reaching consequences on society, environment, and global stability. The underlying insight here is the need for a moral framework guiding technological development and application. The conclusion: as we advance technologically, we must also advance our ethical stewardship. Lessons learned include the importance of responsible innovation, the imperative of aligning technology with humanity's best interests, and the critical role of governance in technology's regulation. Einstein encourages a vision where progress is measured not just by capability, but by wisdom. The person who reads too much and uses his brain too little will fall into lazy habits of thinking. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's cautionary words warn against the overconsumption of information without critical engagement. Reading extensively, while often seen as a virtue, can become counterproductive if it substitutes for independent thought and analysis. Einstein suggests that the mind, like a muscle, requires active use to avoid atrophy. Passive absorption of text can lead to a lack of intellectual rigor or lazy habits of thinking. The underlying message is that balance is crucial. We must integrate active contemplation with our intake of knowledge. This balance ensures that we not only accumulate information but also synthesize, critique, and apply it. From this statement, we learn the importance of reflection and critical thinking as essential complements to reading. In essence, knowledge gains value when it is digested and transformed by the active process of thinking, leading to the development of a sharp, discerning mind capable of innovation and problem solving. I don't know, I don't care, and it doesn't make any difference. Albert Einstein. This quote, often attributed to Albert Einstein, conveys a sentiment of indifference or dismissiveness. However, it's important to contextualize such a statement, as it is not reflective of Einstein's overall approach to science or life, where he was deeply curious and cared a great deal about knowledge and humanity. If Einstein indeed expressed this thought, it may have been in a specific context where the subject at hand was outside his interests or perceived as inconsequential to the bigger picture of his work or values. The quote could be interpreted as a rejection of overemphasis on trivial matters, an encouragement to focus on what truly matters, or a sardonic remark highlighting the pointlessness of certain discussions. From this, we can learn that even individuals as esteemed as Einstein might acknowledge the futility of certain pursuits or conversations. The lesson is to discern what is truly worthy of our concern and intellectual energy, and to avoid becoming mired in inconsequential details. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Albert Einstein. This quote, commonly attributed to Albert Einstein, encapsulates a powerful ethical stance on the responsibility of individuals to act against evil. It underscores the idea that the mere existence of malevolent actors is not sufficient to cause widespread harm. Rather, it is the inaction of the bystanders, the silent majority, that enables evil to flourish. The statement serves as a call to action, emphasizing the moral imperative for individuals to not remain passive, but to actively engage in preventing wrongdoing. It suggests that apathy and inaction are complicit behaviors that contribute to the degradation of society. The core insight is that the moral fabric of society is upheld not only by resisting evildoers, but also by each person's proactive efforts to promote good and justice. The conclusion and lesson here are clear. Individual responsibility extends beyond personal conduct to include opposition to injustice, and the preservation of the world depends on the collective action of its inhabitants against evil. For an idea that does not first seem insane, there is no hope. Albert Einstein. This provocative statement, often attributed to Albert Einstein, celebrates unorthodox thinking and the power of ideas that challenge the status quo. It implies that truly revolutionary ideas often appear absurd or impractical at first glance because they break from conventional wisdom and extend beyond the current boundaries of understanding. The essence of the quote is that significant innovation requires a certain level of risk and imagination that might initially be met with skepticism or dismissal. History is replete with examples where ideas that were once considered outlandish have catalyzed profound change and progress. The underlying insight is the value of creative thinking and the importance of nurturing ideas that have the potential to upend accepted norms. The lesson is that in order to achieve breakthroughs, society must be open to ideas that at first seem implausible. These are the seeds of progress that, with time, dedication, and refinement, can grow into transformative realities. As the area of light expands, so does the perimeter of darkness. Albert Einstein. This metaphorical statement, attributed to Albert Einstein, poetically encapsulates the paradoxical relationship between knowledge and mystery. As the area of light, our collective understanding and knowledge, grows, so too does the perimeter of darkness, or the boundaries of what we have yet to understand. This suggests that each scientific discovery or expansion of knowledge also uncovers new questions, problems, and mysteries. The insight here is that knowledge and ignorance are not static, but dynamic and interconnected. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. This is not a discouragement, but an inspiration for continuous exploration and humility in the face of the vast unknown. The lesson from Einstein's observation is twofold. First, we must persist in pushing the boundaries of knowledge, accepting that this quest is unending. Second, we should appreciate the mystery and complexity of the universe, recognizing that with every answer obtained, new questions will arise, propelling us further in our pursuit of understanding. Your imagination is your preview of life's coming attractions. Albert Einstein. This quotation, attributed to Albert Einstein, underscores the profound role of imagination as a precursor to innovation and creation. Imagination allows us to envision possibilities beyond the immediate reality and is often the first step in the process of turning abstract ideas into tangible outcomes. The statement suggests that what we can conceive in our minds has the potential to manifest in our lives. It speaks to the power of foresight and creativity, where the mental rehearsals of our aspirations can lay the groundwork for future achievements. Our ability to imagine different scenarios, solutions, and advancements paves the way for progress. The underlying insight is that imagination is not just fanciful daydreaming, it is a critical component of practical problem solving and future planning. The lesson is to cultivate and value our imaginative faculties, as they are the architects of innovation. By nurturing our ability to visualize what does not yet exist, we effectively set the stage for what could someday become reality. If I had known they were going to do this, I would have become a shoemaker. Albert Einstein. This quote, attributed to Albert Einstein, reflects his discomfort with the unintended consequences of his work, particularly in relation to the development of atomic weapons post-Manhattan Project. Einstein's contributions to physics, especially his mass energy equivalence formula, laid critical groundwork for the theoretical underpinnings of nuclear energy and the atomic bomb. Einstein was a pacifist at heart, and the realization that his scientific contributions indirectly facilitated the creation of such devastating weapons reportedly caused him significant anguish. His remark about wishing to have been a shoemaker instead is an expression of his deep regret and his desire to have taken a path that could not possibly lead to such destructive ends. The insight here is the ethical responsibility that comes with scientific discovery. It serves as a poignant reminder that the applications of scientific research can far exceed the initial intentions of the scientist, often escaping their control and being used in ways they may not endorse. The lesson underscores the need for scientists to consider the potential ramifications of their work and for society to engage in ethical deliberations over the use of technology. The only thing you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. Albert Einstein. This quote, often attributed to Albert Einstein, speaks to the value he placed on self-education and the pursuit of knowledge. The library, as a symbol of collective human understanding and a repository of the world's knowledge, represents the starting point for endless learning and exploration. Einstein's statement suggests that with access to a library, an individual has the necessary means to educate themselves on virtually any topic. The implication is that the intrinsic curiosity and the ability to seek out information are more crucial than accumulating a vast store of memorized facts. The underlying insight is the power of resourcefulness and the importance of learning how to learn. The library is not just a physical location, but a gateway to empowerment through knowledge. The lesson here is to appreciate and utilize the resources available for education and to foster a lifelong commitment to learning. It is a reminder that the key to unlocking potential and solving complex problems often lies not in what one already knows, but in one's capacity to find out what one does not.